The first time I played was in Kings Mill with my grandpa, and I had never really swung a club before, but just like I hit one really good shot and I just got like addicted, and then I just didn't stop after that.
My son was going off to college and my husband thought it was something that we could do together, so he got me lessons and I started playing from there.
My dad played golf, and when I was 3, I kind of picked it up, kind of started playing, made a hole-in-one when I was 4, and then haven't made one since, but.
I started when I was probably 3 years old. My parents started playing golf, and me and my brother would always go on the golf course with them. My grandpa got me into it around the age 3. I started playing tournament golf around 10.
My dad introduced me to the game. I was probably 4 or 5 years old.
Started playing around 3 or 4. We were stationed in Japan, and it was either that or be home with a babysitter.
My dad would just take me out every now and then. I was probably about 10 years old, and we'd just go play like once a week.
My dad got me into the game, and it was a family occasion for a few years, and then got real serious once I decided that this was a sport that I was going to go after.
I went to the course with my dad when I was 2 years old, and I kind of just fell in love with the game and found it fun, met new friends, and just turned into something I love doing.
I just like the challenge of it, you know, like you have to be good at it. Like you can't take any days off, because if you take a couple of days off, everything gets messed up. I like the hard work you have to put into it.
I love the kind of competition it attracts, and all the girls are always so fun to play with.
I know pretty much every single girl, and I've been friends with them for years, so it's fun getting to play against my friends.
And we've gone literally all over the world to play golf together. We've gone to New Zealand, Buenos Aires, Spain, just, you know, it's just been awesome to have a group of friends to travel with. It's a nice way for women to come together and do things.
Friends with a lot of the guys out here, and if it wasn't for golf, I would have never met them.
I know so many of the guys out here. It's always just fun to get out and see everybody, see all my friends and people that I, only see once a year, often at some of these events.
When you come to a VSGA event, it's almost like a mini class reunion, and I get to see people, from all over the state that I'm friends with and I play golf with, and they're different people I do tournaments with, so it's a great way to reconnect with my friends.
A couple of years ago, just playing some vacation golf with my family. I was playing with my in-laws and my wife and my kids. And my mother-in-law the entire day just kept talking about how she couldn't wait to get to the 8th hole of this golf course, because it was about a 100-yard par 3. It was the only hole she'd ever parred. And we get to that hole finally, and she hits a great little shot. I think she hit driver up there to about 10 feet. And then my 10-year-old got up there and hit hybrid and skipped it a couple of times just short of the green, and it rolled up and went in the hole. And so as a 10-year-old, to make a hole-in-one with his entire family there was, it was a great experience to spend with him, and something we'll all remember for a long time.
On Father's Day, I think it was like 5 years ago, one of the first rounds I ever played, I was playing with my grandpa, my dad, and my other grandpa, and made a hole-in-one on the 5th hole of the plantation course.
Probably my hole-in-one. I was playing a tournament with my brother and hit just the most beautiful shot I'd hit all day, and it went straight down the middle and right in the hole.
Caddying for Mark Lawrence when he was in the US Am, and he made it all the way to the semifinals. And I didn't say anything to him the entire time, but it was just a really cool experience.
Getting into the match play of the state amateur last year and got in the playoff to get in, shot my low tournament round to get in the playoff, and then got through and made into the match play.
Yeah, when I shot my best round 65, I mean, I tied it today, but last time I did it, I holed out on the last hole for eagle to finish at 7 under on the day.
When I shot 63 at Worlds, the US Kids Worlds.
Playing in the Division III National Championship. It was just really cool. I, worked all year to get there, and I was the first one so far in our women's golf program to get to that point. So it was just something I always dreamed of.
Playing with my mom and dad when I had my first hole-in-one when I was 13.
I'd say the first time I went to the golf course with my dad when I was like 2. I ended up finding a bag of M&Ms under a tree, and I thought it was an M&M tree. So I guess that's what kept me coming back.
My dream foursome, we'll go with Tiger, of course.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
Ooh, Tiger Woods.
Rory and Justin Thomas.
Rory and probably John Daly.
JT and what's his name? I'll say Rory.
Justin Thomas and probably Brooke Henderson.
Ricky Fowler, Justin Thomas, and Scotty Scheffler.
I would have loved to have played with Mickey Wright, because hands down, you know, Ben Hogan, all these people say Mickey Wright had like that one of the best swings ever. And then I'd probably throw Nancy Lopez into the mix there, and then maybe Annika.
Probably my dad, Tiger Woods, and Bobby Jones.
Have to be my dad. I'd probably put Rory McIlroy in there, and to be honest, fourth would probably be one of my good friends here, Ben Kiefer, just because I think play with the guys that you get along with and have always had fun with growing up.
My dad and my sons would probably have to be involved, and then I'd love to get either a golf legend like Ben Hogan or somebody like that, but it definitely wouldn't be Jimmy Delp.
Maybe it'd be cool to play with some professional golfers, but ultimately just playing at a home golf course with your buddies and having a good time is my dream.
I mean, I play with some great ladies at home at our course, and I mean, I'd take any of them any day.
I had a rough start to this year. Played well last summer and started rough in the spring, so I just wanted to get back to where my game was last summer, and I'm starting to get it back with the past 2 tournaments.
Just go out, play more consistent, improve in ball striking and tee to green, all that stuff, make more putts, make time to go and play more golf. So out in the real world now, and life can get in the way, but the goal was to actually get back out here and start playing again in competitive golf.
As I've gotten a little older, got kids and job and things like that, it's really just to try to stay competitive and try to compete in a few different events.
I really just wanted to have a successful season. I'm going to be a rising freshman at Virginia Tech, so I just want to get some experience in some amateur and maybe a couple professional events, something like this, before I went, and that's kind of just get some experience playing some high-ranking events and try to play well in them.
I really just wanted to play in more tournaments and just get more experience. My goal this week was just to make it to match play, which I did, so I was really happy about that.
I've met one goal, which is to qualify for the U.S. Junior Am.
I'd like to lower my scoring average by at least 2 shots in college. I lowered my scoring average from my freshman year to my sophomore year by 2, and had a top 10 finish and win a tournament. That would be a huge goal.
Goals obviously is to win a tournament. This year it's to play well in all the major invitationals, which I've played well in Fox, Bliss, and Kenridge so far this year. The goal was to qualify for the State Open, which I did, and then just be competitive in every tournament I could, especially the VSGA championships. Those are the most important ones in my eyes, and 29 years now playing for the VSGA, so I love it. It's a lot of fun to play in any VSGA event, any VSGA championship. You just feel honored to be part of it.